Oh my goodness. There is no such a thing as atheists. And I think, you know what I think? I think atheists, people, people that claim to be atheists, are actually the biggest believers simply because they like choose science and technically science is spirituality. I don't know. You could mistake it for a religion. Is religion to find truth? And what makes more sense than committing to finding the truth? So they lied to you. The Alchemist. Cool. I don't know if I'm ready to share this with you guys. You know what? I'm not. I am, but I'm not. And it's unfortunate. There's 38 of you right now. Right when I decided I'm gonna leave. You don't know, man. This is insane. It's not so insane, but when God dumbs it down for you, I love it. Hi, you guys. I came in to talk about something on how Genesis happens every day, every second of the day. Isn't that crazy? It was like, I had a wow moment, but I'm not sure you guys are ready for it. I'm ready. I'm just trying to figure out how to embody it, you know? You guys know God embodies everything, right? God embodies everything. Everything knows God. Even the stuff that someone else created, everything is obedient to God. Do you guys know there's an angel that God did not create? There is an angel that did not create. Man created, man cannot control, but God does. I swear to you, God created the angels and everything, before he created Adam. Okay? Oh my God, this is so awesome. Okay? But there is one angel God did not create. Can I give you guys, like, I have short attention span, so I will not say 5 minutes. However, can I give you guys 5 seconds to guess which angel God did not create? You know what God was doing when Adam was asleep? You guys know in Genesis, Adam died from loneliness. Yeah, in Genesis, Adam died from loneliness. Hi, how are you? Are you new here? Thank you for coming. Well, I can't really explain to you. This is the black hole. This dream is kind of dead. We'll let the dead bury the dead. Yada. So why are you talking in a dead stream? Anyway, forget you. I don't even know who you are. It's not funny. I'm gonna forget you even though I never knew you. Okay, we're gonna go back to that. You guys, Adam died in Genesis. And Adam died in Genesis. See, you gotta read between the lines, yo. Even Lilith is there without being mentioned because she was simply a desire. But Lilith was there. So her spirit, because she was a desire, she was created in the spiritual realm. Therefore, she's a spirit. She never became a body, though. Anyway, that's a big old menage a trois in the Garden of Eden. You know, babies came from the sky. Okay. So Adam died from loneliness. He gave up. He had no one to live for, no one to look forward to. When he died, God's spirit left his body. I don't know. Or he's the original mother somehow. Wow. God, okay, evolution is a substance when it comes to this universe. Because even God, he constantly evolves. Do you know why he gave you Isaiah 54? It's because he evolved. Like, even though he loves you infinity already, his love for you expands like the universe. You guys, by the way, the universe is shaped like a human, okay? Like a child, grows, expands as they get older and they get wiser. So does the universe, and so does your mind. Okay? So please don't limit yourself, okay? Because you're limiting God. Okay? So God was a spirit, okay, roaming through the waters. Okay? Before he was with the rest of them, you know? By the way, angels in your DNA are like your cells, your white cells, like, okay, bacteria, okay? I know you were told Nephilims are like these huge beings. AIDS is very huge, okay? AIDS is a Nephilim, and the devil is a liar. And let every man be a liar, including Peter, Paul, and everybody. Okay? But God, okay? People have the Holy Spirit inside of them, but they don't always choose to listen. And yeah. So I'm telling you right now, okay? Noah's time, when the fallen angels supposedly seduced man's daughters, okay? It's always been reverse psychology, baby. The tactic. So, picture this. Genesis. Allah. Okay, Allah, I'm sorry, okay? You know what? I'm not sorry, okay? Allah, for real. Okay, for those of you guys that say, okay, when I was little in Ethiopia, we barely ate meat. Like, only on holidays. We ate vegan food. We ate, like, lentils, chickpeas. You know what I'm saying? We did. And once in a while, we ate meat. When we ate meat, we went to the butcher. The butcher there's butcher meat store for the Christians and meat store for the Muslims, separated, okay? Now, me, okay, I have never eaten from a Muslim meat. I have never eaten halal meat until in my 20s in America, where I became lukewarm, surrounded by parasites, Ethiopian community, and fake family members. So I thought, okay, where I was no longer like not caring. And I justified it because it was fresh meat, blah, 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 okay? Now, when I was little, I only ate the Christian meat, okay? Now, the Christian meat, I need to tell you, okay? They pray, the Christian meat, they claim they actually sacrificed meat, sacrificed animals, okay? They sacrificed it to Gabriel, all these archangels, okay? To Mary, to whatever, they sacrificed them, okay? So these meats are actually cursed meats. Halal meat, or whatever religion they want to claim, whatever deity they sacrificed it to, it's cursed meat. If somebody killed an animal and they took the blood and put it on an altar, that animal is a cursed meat. You are not supposed to eat it. Okay? You are not supposed to eat it. God said, pour the blood into the ground. That's where it belongs. Okay? Oh, and coffins. You're not supposed to use coffins. Okay? You're supposed to put yourself back into the earth because you already borrowed from the earth. Like, all the carrots, all the potatoes you ate came from the earth. You already took from the earth. You never give back. The mankind just takes, and never gives back to the earth. That shit is not gonna fly. Treat the motherfucker good while they're alive instead of, coughing and all this crap. You need to give back to the earth the proper way, not slaughtering animals and stuff and disgusting God and killing his pets. Fuck you. I don't care about your Allah that wants a fucking animal to be slaughtered. That is not the God. That is not the Big Bang. Okay, so shut the fuck up because we're talking about Genesis here and Allah is not in there. Anyway, fucking play with me. That's what's up. Okay, listen. We're gonna travel back in time to Genesis. Everybody close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. If you are ready for me to start, type Voyager. It don't matter if you're not ready. I guess I'm ready. Seriously. You're not ready. If you're ready, type Voyager. Okay? So, as you know, in Genesis, God created the angels and everything before Adam. Am I correct? Any Voyagers here? Anybody want to time travel? Man, can we please stop talking about Allah? I just told you, nigga. I ain't gonna kill nobody for that, nigga. I am not the sacrifice, and nor my pet or anybody's pet, not even a fucking fly. Okay? That's Beelzebub's bitch. Yada. Okay? So even the flies belong to Beelzebub, and Beelzebub obeys God. So if you don't shut the fuck up with this Allah talk, I will tell my God, the God of gods, the God of Israel, Yahweh, Exhiabahir, to tell Beelzebub to come chill with you for about 7 years. Because once the cycle starts, baby, can you handle it? Now, you're not about to interrupt this train of thought, okay? If you want to be a Voyager, sit tight. Because we're going to Genesis. Anyway, I love my holy daddy. Yo. Okay, so as you know, God created the angels before he created Adam, okay? And I told you the bacteria, the cells, your body. Leviathan is your stomach, okay? Jesus is your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, your body is not just a nation, it's a universe. Okay, so there was already bacteria. Okay, in the clay and in the waters. I don't know what that song is, but I just heard it. Something in the waters. Ow! God's spirit was roaming through the waters. And it was dark. Okay. Adam was all alone. Okay, so God created Adam's body with a big bang. Okay, a bacteria reaction. Okay, a chain reaction like the Big Bang Theory is real, yo. So, God created Adam to be his temple. Okay? Do you understand? So God was in Adam. Okay? But he was alone. He was lonely. So he gave himself a gift. God's Spirit gave Adam himself a gift. That gift is wisdom. Okay. As God gave Adam himself a gift, the gift of the Spirit, wisdom, he realized he was lonely and it was dark. And he roamed around the earth, talked to the animals, named them, got to know them. He noticed they all had a companion. Because remember, he created them for Adam. The Spirit of God created all the bacteria, everything that was needed, the vegetation, for Adam. Because he wanted Adam to be his vessel. And God's house is complete, not divided, okay? So there was total harmony. But Adam was alone. And Adam was tired. Adam went to sleep. Adam did not want to wake up to a lonely day. So he desired Lilith, which was what he saw in the animals that he named. He saw the companion he desired. But what he desired was for the animals, fit for the animals, not fit for Adam. So he gave up. He stayed asleep. And God left his body. Because Adam gave up. And God started working on Eve that was connected to the same vegetation, the same group of bacteria that was connected to Adam. The bacteria on his rib. Adam was neglecting himself. He had no one to live for, like nothing to he wanted something that needs him, but something that helps him. And he did not want to wake up. And God left his body. And God occupied his rib, his broken rib, to heal it. And he put himself in that new vessel, Eve. But this time, with wisdom. Wisdom is a womb. That's how you give birth to the new earth, with wisdom. Okay? So God occupied Eve. So Eve was also a vessel for God's Spirit, but with wisdom, with a womb. And she wanted, he wanted, she wanted, he wanted, she wanted to birth a new life for Adam. So God took Eve to Adam. Adam was a froggy ass nigga. Oh. Eve kissed him. Adam is Sleeping Beauty. Yes, a man is also beautiful. So is creation. Adam is God's creation. And he was black. And he was beautiful. He told you through the wisdom of Solomon, God, the first time he manifested himself as the Adam, he is black and beautiful. Okay? So, Eve woke him up with a kiss. And she healed him with her love. And then the two became one. Okay? And then the two became one. So God's Spirit is connected to everything. The tree, the earth, And the same God that's inside of me is connected to you. Energetically, we are a vibration of creation, the Big Bang, in motion. Yarara. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, yes, see Tara. I love my holy daddy. He tells me everything. You know, I don't sacrifice anything. I just love him so much. That's all. So, anyway, do you guys have your eyes closed? Voyagers. Okay, so the two became one. So Adam is God. Adam was God. And Eve was also God. With wisdom in his belly, like as a womb. Okay? So the two basically, you know what I'm saying, lived together. And they mixed the other animals and stuff in their business and everything, you know what I'm saying? Chaos and all that stuff came because the serpent was a third wheel. You should never have a friend and stuff involved in your relationship, in your romantic relationship. That represents the serpent. Don't be telling people your relationship problems. Okay, listen. So, Adam and Eve, who were two, became one, together in love, became God. Not gods, but God. Okay? So that's crazy. So that's when the mind of Christ was created. When the two fell in love, when Adam and Eve fell in love, and they said, because God, the Spirit of God, told them to multiply and be fruitful. So, hi, I have my eyes closed, okay? So, the two, God already told them to multiply and be fruitful. When they fell in love and they made love, the mind of Christ was conceived. And then God's Spirit again roamed through the waters of Eve's womb. Yeah. Don't try to say no, because my water broke. And after God's Spirit roamed through my womb, and he said, let there be light. Okay? So, God's Spirit was roaming through Eve's womb. For the second time, God's Spirit was roaming through the waters. And he said, let there be light. And then Jesus I mean Abel, was conceived. Okay? Moments later, jealousy arose from the serpent and from others. The serpent came and told them about sex magic, manifestation, and a whole bunch of animalistic, immoral crap. It wasn't just an apple, you guys. It was behemoth, a feminine energy with testicles. That reminds me, someone. Work ayo, aka Wibishat Fisaha. Okay, back to Genesis. You see, when you're time traveling, nobody can catch you, nor watch you. Ow. Ow. Okay, back to Genesis, Voyagers. Anyway, so God's Spirit, once again, was roaming through the waters of Eve's womb. And he said, let there be light. And then Abel was conceived. Moments later, the serpent showed up. Okay, taught them all these things. Okay, that God didn't teach them. Why? Because God's Spirit, where was God's Spirit, you guys? Where was God's Spirit? In that moment when the serpent came to deceive Eve. When the serpent came to deceive Eve, God was not far away in some garden. He was inside of Eve as Abel. Okay? By the way, when the serpent came, Adam and Eve were making love, conceiving Abel. In the middle of conceiving Abel, God was saying, let there be light. In that moment, the serpent joined. Okay? And then Cain was conceived. Okay? Now we have who? In the womb of Eve, Voyagers? You don't need to see me. You're here for the message. Okay? Shut the fuck up and sit down and enjoy the ride. I said close your eyes. Not only you don't need to see me, you don't need to see around you. And this time, because you're going to be in Genesis, if you want to understand what this is. Yarara? Okay? Shut the fuck up. Ahun yani tara. Unetu labrara. Okay? Albelusia bemfis keduskal ane dehalo and de damera. Okay, don't get me started, alright? Okay? So now, where are we at? In Eve's womb. Where's God's Spirit? In Eve's womb. Okay? As Abel. Okay? Because God is able. Okay? Come on, Karmic. Come on. You deserve the truth too, you flying monkey. I don't wish for you to stay dumb. I don't. Just listen. Okay, so because God is able, the Spirit of God is able. Okay? But because the serpent joined, as the third wheel, Cain was also conceived. Okay? So now who do we have? So giving birth is not a curse, it's a superpower. Okay? Only the Spirit of God can give you the gift of wisdom. Okay? And the womb that you need to actually create a child with God's Spirit in it. Anyway, that's a warning for somebody. I don't know what you're doing. But now we have Abel. God's Spirit is able. And Cain, the devil. Exactly, we don't know which devil yet. Because this ain't about the devil. We ain't gonna make it about the devil. And you know what? We're gonna talk about taking responsibility, because we're no longer gonna blame it on the devil. Okay? So now, Abel and Cain were born. Okay? Eve gave birth. Okay? So God kicked them out of the Garden of Eden because they wanted to involve the serpent and stuff. You know what I'm saying? God was no longer comfortable in Adam and Eve's body, you know? But he promised them. He promised Adam Christ. And everybody thinks it's just Jesus Christ. But there was the first Christ. It was Abel. He was the first sacrifice. God didn't sacrifice him. Cain did. He sacrificed him, so he thought if he sacrificed him, you know. You know what's funny? Actually, Cain wouldn't have killed Abel if he thought his blood was going to rise up again. Okay? So, Abel never died. Like, he's been here. He's the same one. Do you understand? So, the one that we talk about, Jesus Christ, Jesus is not his name. Christ is a mindset. His name is እግዚአብሔር. His soul is literally God's spirit, like the Big Bang, the one that actually formed Adam. The same one that roamed through the waters and said, "Let there be light." And then again roamed through the waters of Eve's womb and said, "Let there be light." And then became Abel. And then became whom we call Jesus today. His real name is እግዚአብሔር, because Mary heard God. She wasn't perfect. She almost lost her child when he was 12. And she exposed him to things before he was old enough. I mean, kind of like how I had to walk around with my son, you know what I'm saying, at night, trying to make money for a room, you know, even though I was selling my jewelry. I was forced into it. Like Mary, I said, so be it. But everything passes, you know. But God doesn't. God has always been there and he will always be there. That's why Jesus was, I'm going to keep calling him Jesus until you understand. Jesus, okay, his name is Abahir. But, okay, so if you don't believe me, the X-Men is based on you, chosen one. God has been watching over you. You light up the world. As if he was far away, but he wasn't. When you were conceived, his spirit roamed through your mother's womb and made plans with you and opened the gates for you, which resembled light. You just didn't know you were the light. Anyway, God is able. God was, is, and will be. And Genesis happens every day, every second. If you're pregnant right now, you guys have no idea how many abortions I had. Had I known it was God's spirit roaming through the waters of my womb, had I known, I would have known it was gonna be okay. I would have known it was going to exceed my expectations. I wouldn't have called it it. I would have said him or her. If you're pregnant right now and you're scared, don't be scared. Go to God and use the resources that he puts in front of you. But if you must, know, God regrets making Saul king. God regrets Cain, allowing Cain. So God regrets, God evolves for you because he's able. And then when Herod raped Mary, any God particle that was left in Herod and his bloodline got wiped out. And God's spirit roamed through Mary's womb again. And that was God himself. So there's God's spirit, okay? And then there's God's mind, which is Christ's mind. And then there's the body. That's your body, my body. My body, your body. Okay? And God told Moses, tell them I am. So God was Moses, God was able. God splits the sea. Oh my God, this is beautiful. They told you atheist so you could like be scared of it. Science, I fucking love science, but you guys, my spelling even is horrible. I just, when it comes to school and curriculum and stuff, I did not do it. Honestly, everything I know is when I went within and when I just asked questions and did my own research. But what they told you was not about God, it was everything about God. So, Saren, I'm gonna give you a hint. It wasn't a collision. Okay, so okay, you're looking for the glue. I don't care. Your machine is wrong. It wasn't supposed to be a collision. It was supposed to be a penetration. Okay? It wasn't a collision. It was a penetration. That's crazy. So I just sat here and instead of saying it out loud, I just inhale and exhale, just knowing to myself, saying to myself, feeling to myself, I love God. And that was a penetration. You have no idea. You wanted me to roam around looking for God in the desert in the Arabia. You have no idea. Oh my God. You guys, something was supposed to happen tonight. And it did. So this is why God doesn't want you to like do some things. It's about your body, and He cares about it as his own body because it is His own body. Okay? So this is why God doesn't want to share you. You know what I'm saying? So this is why God is my husband. I'd rather be alone unless God brings me my husband that He only occupies. If He brings me a husband that has a whole bunch of motherfuckers living in him, like this spirit of jealousy, this spirit of Cain, and this spirit of envy, like this spirit of poverty and greed and everything I've dealt with in the past. Like every guy that I chose with my understanding, that cannot be my husband because we can't walk together because basically I plan on being the temple of God and no one else's. And I need my husband to be that. So we could be one. Okay, until then, I'll remain one, you know? Um, that's funny. I'm actually talking about a husband. Because, to be honest with you, I've been very close minded about it. Because I'm scared. What if God makes me marry an Ethiopian guy? I don't want to deal with Ethiopian anything. Except the food and then I have to start making it myself. Like from scratch. I have to find a way. Until then I can't trust the product that they prepare, I feel like. Or like when I find the 1%, whatever. Okay, God is crying for Ethiopia every day. For Ethiopians. But I don't give a fuck. So like that's what I'm saying. You see, I still have like unforgiveness for my man. God is really occupied most of my body. But I think there might be a glitch when I see a fucking Kosaka. Buddha is Buddha is not in China. If you can catch it. You know, I don't know. I'm not gonna listen. I don't even know, like, I'm lucky. I don't know if people eat on video. My son is half, but his dad is like, he became one of them. So, you know, he said my son is half a person. And then my little brother, whichever girl, the girl I believe is not really my daughter. I don't believe she is. I demand to see it. And then in time, I'll speak to my, um, I got him. And he becomes, and he really, so again, I just have to speak because when I was pregnant with her, it was Genesis all over again. It was last year running through my body in the water. So Genesis had going down. Started having you are replica of the universe. As you multiply and be fulfilled, the universe will expand. As you expand your mind, your heart, your dreams, as you break the limitations of the nature, you expand like the dream. As you open up your mind to break out of the nature, your mind expands. And even if the nature can attract you, you deliver that kind of insight. You expand and you shatter karmic dreams. That you can gladly please God your time and now. You followed Jesus all the way, and now you sit next to God on the throne next to Jesus and Christ others and God grant your only Jesus holy gift and everything let my live life with justice and belief. So fuck that stupid church, fuck everybody that's been exploiting you for your time, for your money, for everything, okay? I've been gossiping and yapping at you and just talking down and just downplaying your ass while copying your ass, just hiding and just being disgusting, okay? However, okay, alright, find the God in you and let him really let him see your prayers and okay, give you the universe, okay? You're not family student, okay? Just do not let any third wheel between you and God. Follow Jesus. He's the only way. Love is how you operate, okay? No third wheel, okay? The government cannot help you, okay? The judge cannot help you. Your local police department cannot help you. Nobody wants to help you. Everybody wants to see God abandon you, but He's not going to abandon you, okay? You go within, you let God take over every mother. You are the mother, okay? So, oh my goodness. Okay. Um, beautiful. So God is the living God. He lives inside of you. He eats what you eat. Unlike those statues, they put like rotten fruit. They put fruit and candle and stuff. That's just a statue. Either it's plastic, it's a rock. The fucking cross that they worship, that's on their neck, that has like the image of some white boy like suffering on it. Okay, so like yeah, okay. So that white boy, I don't know who he is, but he was the first one. So what do they draw? As Jesus, it's really Moloch. Okay, so Moloch started Mason. Because he's a Mason. What? Jesus is Mason. Okay, and God told you through the wisdom of Solomon he is black and he was beautiful. Okay, so Adam was black. Okay, so I don't know. I don't feel like talking about it right now. But we're gonna talk about the Nephilims, okay? How do they keep surviving, okay? And it has everything. Ooh, 222. As I say that, it has everything to do with Jacob. I mean Jacob, not Jacob, Jacob, okay, and DNA manipulation and stuff. So, no, he did not create white people, okay? We're gonna get into that, okay? So the Nephilim, okay, they have white features and black skin, okay? All right, we're gonna talk about it. I already told you, dude. It's the fucking Africans, Ethiopians, like it's other places. It's not just there, but they're in plain sight. Okay, Cain's children. Okay, the Ark of the Covenant that the Ethiopians possess, it's actually Cain, because he is another form of Ark of the Covenant, a dark covenant where God cursed him, where Adam, when God was in Adam, cursed him because he killed Abel to be forever a fugitive and not be allowed to die. So that is who's hiding inside of Aksum, okay? And also the creeper, okay? And so that tells you the two witnesses are Abel and Cain, okay? Abel was also Jesus, okay? Jesus is walking the earth right now as a homeless man, homeless woman, I don't know, anything, a lawyer, a whole bunch of things. He's what he needs to be, okay? But he's walking, okay? So the two witnesses are Abel and Cain, okay? All right, Jesus died and rose on the third day, and he's on earth, okay? You understand? Okay, and he has descendants, yes, okay, chosen ones. You are a direct descendant of Jesus Christ, okay? His name is Xavier. We need to stop calling him Jesus, okay? But he knows who we talking about. So even though, you know what I'm saying, they put things in place, okay? የታሰረው ይፈታል የተቆለፈው ይከፈታል okay alright የተደበቀው ይወጣል okay um yeah so yeah I love it. So God is evolving, okay? As you guys notice, he lets you guys get away with a lot of shit because he's with the times, man. He's with the times. I swear to you, we smoke blunts. He enjoys it. The God inside of me, I'm talking about the Spirit of God that was there, the Big Bang. I'm talking about Abel, okay? He's in me, okay? And that's the same one that's in you, okay? Okay, the difference between you and Jesus is that Jesus was completely occupied by God. Like he was perfect. So he was literally like God. His spirit was totally God. He was like 100% God particle. So like I have a little bit of anger particle and unforgiveness and orphan particle. I don't know. You know, my flaws. God is slowly cleaning me up. So the next Christ, okay, it's the willing, okay. It's different stages. There's 7 of them, okay? God's spirit in heaven on a throne, there's 7 of them. It's funny, I see them, but the thing is, so Abel came, Christ came, and God's glory is here right now as we speak. So there's 3 Christs. Abel was the first Christ, and then what we call Jesus today, Xavier. Jesus is not his name. You can call him Yeshua, okay? Maybe that'll be easy for you. Was the second, okay? The second coming of Christ, okay? First coming of Christ was Abel. God is Abel. Second coming of Christ was the Savior, okay? Third coming of Christ is right now as we speak, okay? The glory. God's glory. Yes. And then the next one will be the willing. And then there's 3 more. I don't know. We have to wait with God. We have to travel with God, you guys. Okay, back to reality, okay? I think we left Genesis a long time ago. I don't know where we're at. Oh, yeah. We're at God's glory. So, right now, Christ is walking the earth for God's glory, okay? Everything that's happening right now on earth is for God's glory, okay? You're about to see many nations getting defeated because Gog of Magog, okay? All right, they're going to come together and they're going to go after one nation. Oh, shit, Iraq. Okay, God is the one who provoked America and everybody to go Iraq. Because I don't know about this war and I don't know much about Iraq. Okay, however, it just looks like it. Whoever is getting ganged up on represents Israel, and God provoked the other nations to come after whoever is getting ganged up on. Okay, just so God could give the other nations that are ganging up on the nation that's getting ganged up on. Okay, God is going to destroy them, beat the crap out of them, okay, and give the victory to the nation that's being ganged up on. Okay, I don't watch the news. And this whole Iraq thing, I avoid it. Okay, I don't got time. I'm just with God. I don't want to hear the world. Okay? I'm not of the world. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear. I'm good with God, but all I know is that's what he's telling me. There's nations ganging up on a nation. And those nations that are ganging up on that one little nation is Gog of Magog. Okay? And God provoked you motherfuckers, a whole bunch of nations, to gang up on one little nation just so he can whip your ass and he could defeat you like he defeated Gog of Magog. Okay? So, there you have it. Okay? Everything. Crucifixion is every day. Genesis is every day. Rising from, you know what I'm saying? Dying, Jesus rises every day. There's a Jesus that's rising every day. Okay? There's the Spirit of God roaming through the waters, okay, of the earth in somebody's womb. Yes, I'm Zion. Yes, I am a land. I am a land of many bacterias. And so are you. And parasites. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I should go live with you guys all the time. I love philosophy. And here you thought philosophy was like also not spiritual. Everything is spiritual, yo. Because everything is conjured up in the spiritual realm. The second you have an idea, so like nothing is not connected. You know what I'm saying? Like there's an AC right now, right next to me. Some man created it. But it was created in the spiritual realm as an idea. So anyway, wait a minute. There was a question that I asked you guys. There's an angel that God did not create. Who is that angel? Okay, you know what? Damn. Maybe I should. Okay, you know what? We're going to have fun with this one. I was just going to tell you, but why don't I try to use this to engage with you guys, okay? So there's an angel that God did not create. Man created that angel. Okay? Okay? By the way, demons are not angels, so... Okay? All right? Demons are half human, half angels. Okay? Okay, so animals are angels, okay? Coco is an angel. Chimpanzee is an angel, okay? AIDS came from chimpanzee and humans, alright? In Ethiopia, somewhere in Goja. Yes, they did it. Yes, they fucking did. Okay? Anyway, I already talked about this. I'm not doing this again. Okay, take it or leave it. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so NASA is studying your body, not the galaxy. Okay, when they discover a star, it means they discovered you, baby. You're the star. Shine. Be your authentic self. Speak your truth. Go within. Travel through time. Be the voyager of dimensions and, you know what I'm saying? Not just like space and time. You're not bound to anything. Especially when you let God take over, baby. Okay? Oh, listen. So, okay, let me use this to engage with you guys. You guys know I make jewelry, right? Huh? Okay. You guys, I want to volunteer at St. Jude's. Um, I want to move to LA. I want to volunteer at St. Jude's. I believe my faith is enough. Their faith would help. But I want to be a part of the experiment. I haven't talked to God about it, which I should. But I haven't talked to him about it because I don't know, maybe he put it in my heart that it wasn't gonna work yet. And that I don't need to volunteer. I just wanted to do that out in the open on the record because I want everything I do to be for his glory, right? So I want the healings to be, but I realized when God heals these children, they're not going to give him credit. So can you guys just pray for the children of the world? They don't have to have cancer. Okay? They don't have to have anything. You know what they have? This fucked up ass world waiting for them. So, like, every child is the same. Let's just not toil and labor so much. We're not bound to time nor space. So, like, that's what I wanted to do, but I realized I don't need to do all that. God heard my prayer. So we're going to heal every child in the world. Okay, you know how we're going to do that? First of all, first thing is first. You're going to stop lying to your children. You're going to stop lying to your fucking children. And never lie on your children, please. That's horrible. That's evil. But, like, please do not lie to your children. Enough. Like, no more Santa, no more, like, no more bunny, no more, okay? No more waste of space shit, okay? Space in their mind, space in their heart. Please? It really makes a difference. Okay, truth is everything, okay? The only foundation that'll stand. And if you use that to raise your children, okay? It's the perfect formula. So anyway, I'm gonna use this to engage with you guys, okay? Okay, if you don't want jewelry, just tell me, like, to the charity you want me to donate to, and I will donate $50. It's kind of low. But that's because, like, I don't have faith in myself, okay? I'll donate whatever God will will give me. If you don't want jewelry, and if you want jewelry, say like you want a belly chain or necklace or earrings or whatever, even if you want a crown, okay, I will make you one, okay. But in order to be a winner of this giveaway, oh my god, this is my first giveaway. Oh my god, I'm excited. I mean, no, on YouTube, okay, I give away stuff. Okay, I give away stuff, especially when I feel like I have an opportunity. But like one time, I thought I had an opportunity, so I gave Black China's stylist some jewelry, which now I regret it, because that bitch put it on the altar. I didn't realize she's connected to this huge trafficking ring with Tyler Perry and them and Galila and this family. And why is MC Hammer still out? Okay, never mind. I guess he needs to stay out, right? That's how you motherfuckers caught Diddy, right? Okay, that's fine. Keep doing it. Okay, I get it. Watch. It's all connected. So, okay, since God is connected to everything and God is able, okay, you know what I'm saying? How we didn't look like it, but we're connected to Archangel Michael and Gabriel and everybody, right? Including like Anubis and them, like down below as above, okay? Cain is also connected to the devils. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? Be careful which grid. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so like, oh yeah, I do giveaway, okay? Fuck. I told you I have short attention span. Okay. So this is my first giveaway on YouTube. Okay? And I'll make you whatever. If you want a belly chain, you just tell me how many inches and I'll mail it to you, okay? But first, in order to get this prize, you have to tell me, you have to comment. I'm gonna get off, so like I'm not gonna sit here and wait for you, of course. But you have to put in the comments the answer. Okay? Who the angel is. That God did not create. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that angel is not obedient to you, okay? That angel shows up not when you want it to or where you want it to. It shows up when it's time. Okay? When your time comes. That angel, God did not create. Okay? But that angel is obedient to God and only God. Okay? And your sin, of course. Okay, so the first 3 people that get this answer right will be privileged to a gift. And if you don't want any of my pieces, I am willing to donate some money to your charity. Okay. It could be your neighbor. Okay? But don't hold me on like time and stuff. I also like right now, like I'm not really tripping that much, but I also have to come up with money for a room and stuff and food. So like, but I got mana, like my life, you know, money is not my problem. My problem is the parasites. You know what I'm saying? It's like, think of me like Tarzan, okay? Like I was thrown into like some fucking animals. I was raised by them and I thought I was one of them. It turns out, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them. I wonder who my Jane is. You know what I'm saying? It's just pretend Tarzan's a feminine and like female. And, you know, just being like Ethiopian with these people and stuff, the neighborhood, like, just these people, these fuckers, like these fucking parasite families, like the Yemmer family and the fucking Ethiopian community, like Drakosasa Buddha, you Buddhas are like fucking Rebecca into fucking Charkos bitch, እናታችሁ የተበዳች ጎፋ እናታችሁ ትበዳ. You see? You get my point. It's funny, like sometimes I see myself as Tarzan when it comes to like my childhood, how I grew up and where I grew up and the fucking weirdos I grew up around. We're totally different species, yo. Okay, so anyway, um, man, everything is all good, man. God is in the hood, man. It's all good, man. Everybody, man, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm happy. I've been holding this video, like, I have been trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna present this to you guys and all of that. So it's like I said, okay, so I made it very easy for you. I gave you a lot of hints, okay? Um, who is the angel that God did not create? Man created, okay? Hmm? Huh. Okay, man created, but obedient to God, not man, okay? So, like, the first three motherfuckers that get that shit right, you know what I'm saying? You got a gift for me, okay? Take it or leave it, yo. And I'm not gonna come in here and be like, hey, my name is so and so. I'm not saying other people who do that are a problem. I think they're awesome. I think they're very disciplined, and I wish I could like be disciplined like that and stuff. But all I care about is delivering the message, and yeah, and I don't know. I want to come in. I want to have fun with you guys. I want to just like talk to you guys. You know, I do like, okay, so tomorrow maybe, I don't know, one of these days I'll be on camera outside when I'm working. Okay, I don't know. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of busy and I don't want to talk about too much. I'm busy, not like physically, but I'm busy in the mind. Okay? I'm a voyager. Okay, what can I say? Anyway, you guys, the bottom line is, okay, green pastures is waiting. Green pastures. Okay, I need to go to bed because my son has a spring break, so like we don't have to wake up early and stuff. I just need to go to bed because I like to sleep. I sleep good, yo. I just decided to do this video randomly. I decided to come in and do it, and then decided I wasn't gonna do it, and then I don't know, just out of nowhere it ended up happening. So now you know you have a little picture of Genesis, I hope. But there's more to discover, and you know, so yeah, it's all about going within, and you know what I mean? Yeah. So prepare the road, man. God is coming. So right now, as we speak, Genesis is happening in so many hospitals right now. So it's your new beginning. Okay, I love you, but God loves you infinity. Okay, ciao, guys. That was a long ass live.